walk-off touchdown, 2-point conversion. What was going through your mind at that time? You had the win in your hand.
Yeah, obviously we all wanted to win that game, and we wanted to execute it at the end of the game, and we didn't do that.
What do you say to Michael Jacquet, who is making a positive play, but obviously from a situational awareness standpoint, it might have cost you the win?
Sure, yeah. No, we talk about that all the time, and it's a no-mas situation. That's what we call it in that scenario. So you get a turnover, you're supposed to stay down. We didn't communicate that well enough with him, so he just tried to make a play. We got to do a better job coaching it.
You rested your starters. Obviously, no starters on defense played. Everyone except for a few wide receivers. But why did you want to get some of the young wide receivers work?
I feel like they need a little bit more work to get out there, catch a couple balls, and go. We tried to run a big deep ball to Quez. That just Joe got hit on the play, and just wanted to get him a touch and get him a catch, and then get him out.
So Nick, what is your kind of?
Because he got that one shallow, the little shallow route. He got that catch. We finished the drive, and then he came out.
So it is preseason, but what is your messaging? Is it the same after a game like this if it would be the regular season? What's the teaching moment? What do you kind of tell the guys when you get back to work?
It kind of just wrapped up that training camp, and preseason's over, and we got another week before we are into preparation for Atlanta. But the talk was, hey, we got one more week of work, but training camp, preseason's over. We'll get better from this week, and then we'll be on to Atlanta the following week.
How do you handle this next week? How do you handle this next week? Because it is like an extra one.
Competitive situations to get good on good, get the guys. Obviously we'll be down on numbers, because we're going to have to make some cuts, and so it will be more reps for the ones. Just to make sure that they're getting ready, continuing to get ready. We've really ramped up their reps as it is, but continuing to get ready to play 70 plays or plus that week one at Atlanta.
And so big picture, what's your takeaway of where you are after 3 games and 4 weeks of practice?
Yeah, well, you know what? We talk every day about getting better every day, and loving the climb of a season and just continuing to do that. And so I feel like some of the veterans players and I have talked yesterday. It was really good. One thing that was really good is we were all in the hotel together for the past four nights. It was kind of like old training camp when you went away, right? And so that was good. I felt a lot of connecting with the players there. But the message was, or the talks that we had is like, hey, this was a physical training camp. It was a fast. Those guys practiced hard, and again, I think that, I know we weren't on the field. There's times we were on the field for an hour and 15. There are times we were an hour and a half, times we were an hour and 45, times there were 2 hours. But, we got a lot of work done. And so I do believe, like, the only way you're getting better every day is if you're practicing hard and you're going full speed. And I believe that we did that through the 4 weeks of training camp and got better every day. And now it's, hey, we got another week of that to get ourselves ready. We still got 2 weeks before we play. So let's just stay on that course of, hey, continue to get better, continue to get better, continue to get better, so we have all those points accumulated, so to say, once we step into Atlanta.
We've seen teams like this. How important was it to get Andre Dillard out on the field? How do you think he did? From what you were able to see.
Yeah, I have to watch the tape. That's a tough spot. Like I'm kind of looking. My eyes are more in the secondary, and sometimes Stout's looking at him a lot. And Roy, his assistant. But so sometimes I'm only seeing if a bad thing happens to a tackle, but. It was important for him to, because he had been out, to get some reps in there and go out there and play. Again, I thought he was having a great camp before he got hurt. And so I'm excited to watch the tape. It felt like he played pretty good. We had Joe was 13 of 16 with a drop, and so he had time to throw. So I'm looking forward to watching him play and have a better evaluation for you after that.
We've seen teams like the Chiefs tonight, for instance. They play their starters into a couple series. We've seen teams like the Rams that won't play anybody.
Sure.
Why have you guys decided to follow this philosophy of not playing the starters?
Jeff, I thought with the way we practiced the last 2 days, the way we practiced against that you guys were at the practice against the Jets that second day, and even the first day. That was a hard physical practice. And to me, that's a game. the way we played that practice was a game, and we treated the post practice just like we would treat a post game. When we came in and evaluated, we did the whole film session and the charts that we look at just like a post game. And to me, like, you don't ever come off of 2 days rest and play another game. So I didn't think that would be good for our guys health-wise, and I felt good about where we were, and that was the decision I made.
If I could just follow up, though.
Yeah,
We've seen with the Rams, this is 4 years that they've done. This is something they've decided. Is this something that you guys went into the preseason thinking, yeah, they're, because of health, because we don't want to get our guys injured?
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, everything was evaluated. Like we had every intention, even that we practiced against the Patriots. We had intentions of playing them in that game. So it was just everything was a case by case. And that, like I said, that the last 2 days, and I appreciate Coach Sala and his staff and his players, because we got a lot of work done against them. And I know we're leaving New York a better team than when we came to New York. And so again, appreciate them for that. And we felt like we got the work done we needed to. Nothing was final until after that practice, and we're like, all right, we're probably good. We don't need to see them.
Operations-wise, Nick, through 3 games now, you've gotten to go through the process of getting the plays in and communication and stuff. Have you learned anything? Are you going to maybe adjust anything now that you've gone through
I
it?
thought it was really smooth. I mean, I thought it was really smooth operation. I thought we were getting plays off pretty quick. We did a I thought a couple times. I never felt like we were down low at all. I mean, we were getting the play in, and we were getting it snapped a lot of times at 20, which is good. That's how I want to play. I mean, more plays you get, more yards you get, more points you get. So I thought the operation was really good. Shane did a good job. I was calling the play to Shane. Shane did a good job of talking in there when we're in 2-minute situations. Kevin Patullo is really doing a lot of, hey, here's our scenario of what we're in. And Jim Bob Cooter is getting all the scenarios for us from the 2-minute around the league so we can prepare for it. So, I felt really good in those 2 minutes. I can't remember what happened against New England. I can't remember if we went down to the 3 in the 2-minute, but I know 2 of the 3 games we had good 2-minute drives, and that's where you're really at situational football at its greatest. And so felt really good with the operation on the headsets and talking through things, and didn't get any challenges, but hey, there's the regular season for that.
Couple more, please. Before the game, you talked about your message to the team was there's been final preseason games where guys have won a job, changed minds and stuff like that. Were there any cases of that here tonight, making decisions more difficult?
Again, I think what you saw is I think you saw a lot of players play their hearts out and play hard and play physical, and I saw a lot of guys have some success, and I don't want to single anybody out. Again, I got to watch the tape and see it, but that was definitely the message I wanted to get across last night, that hey, here's 5 guys that have made the team on that last game. Like, sure, you don't discredit what they did all the way to that last game, but in particular, like, here's what, and we kind of showed clips of those guys. Here's the plays that they made in that last game that changed our minds as coaches, that got them to stick. And I think the guys really felt that, and they thought. I thought the meeting last night was good in the sense that it put that sense of urgency. I know they all had their sense of urgency with it, but that you guys can change our minds and go out there and play your tails off. And I really felt like they did that tonight. They left it all out in the field, and again, I have to watch the tape, but all those guys should be proud of themselves of how they played, and should feel good as to the sense that they left it all on the field and put it all on tape.
What's your personal philosophy about weighing what a player can do for you week 1 versus maybe the upside that they have down the line in making these decisions?
Say that.
As you look at the players, weighing what they've done so far and how they can help right now compared to their upside and how they can help down the line.
Yeah, I think everything you do is you got to be ready to win that first game, and they all count, right? They all count big time, and it's such good parity in this league. So whoever's going to give us a chance to win, we're going to have on this team.
You really spotlighted Kenny Gainwell on the one drive, I think the second drive. How is he different now than he was when he first got in the building?
Yeah, he was quiet when he first got in the building. And now I just see his personality coming out, just getting more comfortable. He's a great kid, and You see his personality come out because he's had some success. One thing that you really notice about him, he's shifty and he can make guys miss, and he's got great hands. He can run routes. He can hit the hole and make big runs. He is tough, and you see that on his college tape. But when you're with a guy every single day and you're watching him practice every single day, he just shows his physical toughness and his mental toughness every day. And usually guys that are tough players, those are guys that you're like, I can't go to the game without him. And so that's what he showed me. It has really stuck out, particularly in the joint practices, how tough he is, and then it just goes over to the game. Can I answer your question still? Yeah.
Appreciate it. This is your first year, and this is also the year that there's one less preseason game. So personally, how ready do you feel to start the season?
Let's go. I'm ready. But again, I'm excited for this team. I'm excited for the guys that we have on this team to get going and getting to game one. But, if we're truly a process-driven team where we want to get better every single day, because we know if you make those deposits every single day of getting better, and every single day you pay the deposit, you're going to be ready to play. We still have 2 weeks of preparation. So am I really excited? Yeah, I want to go start game playing in Atlanta right now, and I'm really excited about it. I get goosebumps thinking about going up there and playing at Atlanta and with this team, with these guys. But I gotta be as the head coach. I gotta practice what I preach, and that is, hey, we got 2 weeks left before we step on that field. Deposits are due every single day.